Awesome. Hey everyone. Well, welcome to this live lesson that we're doing today with Jessica Turner. Guys, I'm gonna skip a lot of the what's the word I'm looking for? Superlatives or superfluous. I think I don't actually know what that word means. I just yeah. Anyway, we're gonna skip some of that because, like many people, including me, Jessica's on a time crunch today because, like, well, she has kids at home. And I know I'm on a time crunch because we have a puppy and I need to get upstairs in about 40 or 45 minutes and take him out to go to the bathroom unless we want an accident on the floor. So I'm just going to give you a quick background on Jessica, not the official bio. I'll let her kind of handle that. But Jessica, what's your estimate? We go back, what, about like 7 or 8 years, maybe 6, 7, 8 years?
Maybe even
Um,
more than that, Matt.
it
When
feels
were
like
you at
forever.
Shutterfly?
That started about 8 years ago. Yeah,
Okay,
actually about
that's
9 years ago. So that's
yep.
when I was one of the guys running Shutterfly's affiliate program and got
Hmm.
to know Jessica. She is just an outstanding blogger, has an outstanding platform, and was one of our top bloggers, at Shutterfly. And so got to know her through that. Turns out we had a lot of mutual friends, of course, because we kind of run in the same circles and all that fun stuff. And then fast forward, today and here we are, we're doing this. And Jessica has something really exciting to share with you guys today that I'm particularly excited for you guys to hear, because we're living in like these crazy weird times. And I know for a lot of people, especially a lot of influencers who are relying on advertising and things like that, uh, their world just got completely rocked back in March. And for a lot of people, it really hasn't recovered. I don't know the stats, but I know it's really, it's been if it has recovered, it's been a very slow climb back. And yet Jessica is killing it. So I wanted her to come on and share with you guys today. So Jessica, how was that? Is that like, did I describe you well enough? You want to maybe tell everybody a little bit more about you and what you do?
Yeah, that was a great intro. A couple other points that might be of interest to people. So I started blogging in 2006. So
Oh
I'm a
my
bit
God.
of a blogging dinosaur, and now have expanded my platform to all the major social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that. I'm a mom three, and also have published a couple books. So all those might be of interest to people as well.
Yeah. What was your first book called? I forget now. It's escaping my.
But affiliates really have been kind of
I'm not sure if it's on my end or overall. Robbie, you're in the back. Is Jessica breaking up for you as well? Not sure if it's just me. I don't know if Robbie kicked himself out. Hey, Jessica, are we back with
I
you?
hear you just fine.
Okay, cool, cool. I don't know if it's, yeah, it's hard. It's always hard to tell whose end it's on, or if it's just like it could be the software you're using. So sorry for that. What was your first book called again?
My first book was called The Fringe Hours Making Time for You,
The
which was a
Fringe
book
Hours.
about the
Yes.
importance of self care for women. Yep, that's
Yep.
right. And then my next book was called Stretched Too Thin, which was a book for working moms.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember the Fringe Hours was one that we gave to one of my wife's sisters, who at the time was thinking about starting something on the side. And she was a mom of, at the time, I think, I think she had 2 or 3 kids. She had her third on the way, probably. Which is, of course, when you have your third child on the way, it's probably not the time to start thinking about a side hustle. But for her, it actually made sense because she needed to leave working full time. And it made sense. And so she was thinking about this thing.
Right.
And I remember we gave her that book, and one of the things that she said, and that's not what today's about, was just the way that, like, I have a certain message and I can say all I want. You've got time to do stuff. Yeah. You know, um, but hearing from you, she said, like, it was so cool because she realized, wait, I can do this in those fringe hours. Like, I can do this. I can get up, I'm not gonna be like Jocko Willink and get up at 4:30 in the morning because I have 2 kids and another on the way. But I can get up 15 minutes early and answer a few emails, and then I can put my daughter down for a nap and fit in 45 minutes, and then I can find that hour and a half to be able to do this, but I can also find time for myself. And that was really important for her. So
That's right.
I just wanted to say that because that was awesome. Like
Yeah.
Maria says, I need your books. So Maria, totally go check them out. You can Google both those names. Of course, we all know you Google a book today, it takes you to Amazon, you buy it. That's awesome. Yeah, so I love your story, Jessica, and I love the way that, especially over the last 6 months, 7 months, I wouldn't say you were immune initially. You would probably agree with this. You weren't immune initially to the pandemic, and what it did to I'm speaking purely from a business standpoint. You weren't immune, but you quickly recovered. And so I want to talk about that. Like, what were some of the things that you did to kind of come out of that initial hole that you might have gone into, financially because of with your business with the pandemic, and how you came out of that?
Yeah. So for me, I was fortunate that I had signed a couple contracts for sponsored content at the beginning of the year for all of 2020. So I was thankful that I had that going into the year and going into this pandemic. What I saw and what a lot of my influencer colleagues saw was a drying up of those one-off sponsored pieces and opportunities. Brands really pulled back on that sponsored content. But I was able to really fill that gap with affiliate marketing, which is what I've always done. I've always
Yeah.
filled slow seasons with affiliate marketing, but in 2020, affiliate marketing, I leaned harder into that and really created all of my own campaigns. And in doing that, in just 6 months, I more than doubled my affiliate revenue from all of 2019
Oh,
in the
wow.
midst of a pandemic and some personal trials. And so that was just tremendous. And what was great about it is these were all partnerships that made a lot of sense for me. They were products and services that my family was using right during the pandemic. Like, what do you do with kids when they are at home all the time and and
Yeah.
you're trying to work and those types of things? So I was able to not only find great affiliate partnerships, but ones that really made sense for me to talk about and ones that were going to serve my audience really well. And that is really my heart behind affiliate marketing, is not being that like used car salesman, like gross salesy person, but really what are things that I can talk about and promote to my audience that's going to serve them well. I really just think about using compensated links that are serving my community.
Yeah. And so tell us, who is your audience? Like, what's the audience that you serve?
So my audience is primarily women, primarily moms who are really busy with a couple kids. My kids are 12, 9, and
Yeah.
5. And so they generally tend to be in that elementary to middle school range of motherhood. And they are just looking to live intentionally and find great deals and make the most of every day while really juggling a lot of plates in the air. And so I come alongside them and say, here's how I'm doing that, because I'm just like them. And then they will oftentimes, sign up for those same services that I'm using in my own home.
Yeah, and I love how, I mean, I think you would agree, especially when you started back in 2006. It's not like you were some sort of an expert at what you were blogging about. Your audience kind of came on this journey with you. Now, of course, 14 years later, you are an expert. I know maybe, I don't know, I'm not going to put words in your mouth. Maybe sometimes you don't feel that way, and that's just called being normal. So don't everybody freak out. But like, I love that you went into this. You said, I've got some skills. And I forget, actually, let me back up. Did you start the Mom Creative in 2006, or was there something else?
Well, I changed the name in
Okay.
2008. So it was on Blogspot in 2006. It was
Okay.
called The Life, Faith, and Creativity of Jessica Turner. What a mouthful. And I think it was like Jessica Turner's blog.blogspot.com or something
That's
like
awesome.
that. So then as the site took off, I rebranded and kind of got a
Okay.
little more intentional with it. I started doing affiliate marketing on the site in 2009. So I've been doing it for over a decade, and it has been a significant income vertical that whole time.
And I know this isn't what we're talking about today, but I'm kind of curious, like, as you've gone on that journey from, you're not the expert and your audience is just coming along with you to now being the expert, and perception is reality. And you were certainly perceived as an expert in your space. What's that been like for you?
I don't really know what you mean by expert, Matt, to be honest with you. As a
Okay.
lifestyle blogger, I don't know. I think that people really see me as a mom that they can relate to. And so I think I'm often seen as like the go-to girlfriend that you would go to
Mm,
for advice. I don't know that I would qualify myself as any sort of expert. I think certainly in my book publishing, I could be seen as an expert in terms of juggling a lot of work, busy
sure.
motherhood, the importance of self-care, and have done some research in those spaces. But I don't know that my positioning on the Mom Creative is an expert. I think that it's really the that I'm a mom just like you. And I just am really good at finding tips and hacks and great products. And so I'm somebody that you want to follow for those things. I think where I have become an expert is in affiliate marketing amongst my influencer colleagues. And so that on a professional side, but in terms of my platform, I don't know that I'm seen as like mom or something like that. If that makes sense.
It does, and that's what I was getting at. Is one of the things that you've done well, because I mean, I think I first checked out your blog, and I'm a dude, so I come from a very different perspective. I was looking at it purely from how she marketing, you know. But one of the things I thought was very interesting and very refreshing. I mean, it's not to say you're the only person doing this, but it was very refreshing, you know, compared to some of the people in the space. Is like I said, you were just bringing people along your journey, and so your platform has felt more like you know, here's what I'm up to recently, here's how it's affected me emotionally, physically, you know, financially, whatever. Here's what I've learned, and I just wanted to pass it along and share it with you. And it's almost like you're in a way, like from a teaching standpoint, it's almost like you're a human crash test dummy, in that you're, you know, you're trying things, seeing if they work, and then and sharing with them your audience. And I think that's pretty cool, because a lot of people, the angle they come from is and there's a balance there. It's like, yeah, you know, I'm people aren't going to buy the book if they don't feel like they're going to get anything out of it, but they also want that relatability. I think you've done really good with that. And so, real quick, guys, let us know where you're joining us from, and also if you have questions for Jessica as we go along, make sure to drop those in the chat. Let us know if you've got questions. So we always like to know where people are joining us from. I'm always blown away, Jessica. Like we always have like at least one person from like Bangladesh, or you know, like Uzbekistan. And it's like, really? It's like 4 a.m. where you're at. That's insane. Why are you watching this right now? Um, Surely you have something
Wow.
better to do. And I don't mean that as an offense
Right.
to our stuff. It's just, it's crazy. Okay. So let's talk about the affiliate marketing side. You said you got started in 2009, and you're now seen kind of as an expert in the affiliate marketing space, you know, and what you've done. So, first of all, like today, 2020, how much of a difference, or how much of a percentage of your business is affiliate marketing right now?
20, but it's significant. I would say probably in the 40% range is affiliates. And that might be higher by the end of the year. Q4 for affiliates for influencers, you know, is just huge because so many people are shopping online. So that could grow, but I would say right now we're right around 40%.
Okay. Yeah, so almost half. And I know there was a time where it was probably significantly higher, wasn't it? Especially before the books and before,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It would have been most of my income when I was
Okay.
first starting out. And I think that's one of the things that I love about affiliate marketing is that anyone can do it. And particularly when you're just getting started out in your platform, you're not getting those huge, you know, thousands, tens of thousands of dollar brand deals that other influencers are getting, but you can really stand out as an affiliate marketer and really show that your audience does trust you. You don't need a huge audience to be super successful with it. I'll never forget. This will forever be one of my favorite case studies. I did a promotion with Dayspring, which is the faith division of Hallmark, and they were doing
Hmm.
a 4-hour flash sale on a scarf. And I promoted it through all my social media channels. I promoted it on my blog, and what I remember, I don't remember the exact numbers, but what I do remember is that Dayspring told me that I sold more scarves in 4 hours to my little platform than they did on their email list of more than 1 million people. And that really showed me that, holy
Whoa.
cow, something that I really love. You know, I had pictures of me wearing it, and it was a gift. It was a great gift for the holidays, and that just blew me away. And I think that is what we see time and time again when you really find the perfect affiliate partnership. The size of your platform doesn't matter if your audience really trusts you. They're
Hmm.
going to buy it.
Okay, I want to just guys, let that soak in for a minute. First of all, she started with affiliate marketing.
It's wild, right? I think I had, Matt, like, I don't know, 6,000 hits to my site or something that day. I
Oh
mean,
my
this
goodness.
is a good 7 years ago, but it still stands out to me as like a perfect example of how affiliate marketing done right can just blow even some of
Yeah.
massive brands, massive email, their regular tactics. I've had brands use my blog content in their email newsletters because it was selling at a higher rate than any of the content that they were
That's awesome.
producing. And I think that's
And
one of the great opportunities for lifestyle influencers, right? Like, our audiences trust us.
yeah.
And if we have something that we genuinely love, you can sell hundreds, if not thousands, of products, and it can be extremely lucrative. And you aren't selling your soul to it. I think that is something that's so important, is authenticity and relatability and things that you are genuinely using and loving. I tell my students all the time, you've got to spend money to make money. You've got to buy the products, you've got to use them. Sometimes I'll use services for months, if not years, before I'm talking about them, because I
Hmm.
really want to be able to really discuss all the ins and outs about it.
Yeah. And just to go back, I mean, I think the one of the lessons there, you said 6,000 people, 6,000 hits that day. And I know some people are thinking, yeah, but I only have 600 or 60. Okay. Yeah, you may have a fraction of that. You may have 1/100th, but she's still 6,000 is still a fraction of a million. And she sold more than Hallmark did
Right.
to their own thing. Like that's, I mean, you got to keep in mind, like Hallmark had the home field advantage. Like the one thing about people
Right.
on Hallmark's list is they like Hallmark. Of those 6,000, some of them don't even like Hallmark. Some of them don't even they have no interest in Hallmark. And so yeah, I mean that's a powerful lesson there, Jessica. And again, it doesn't matter the size if your audience knows, likes, and trusts you, and they want to hear your recommendation. So we got some great questions. I'm just going to start popping. I actually have one follow up question
Yeah, I'm
to that,
seeing
because
them.
I know who your audience is, of course, when I asked who your audience is. And so one of the questions I would really like to dive into specifically with you is, because you're a lifestyle blogger for moms. Last time I checked, all moms are women, and women are different than men. Newsflash, everyone, it's true. And um, and so and you're in the, you were in the, I don't know if you really still are. I haven't been there recently, sorry, to seeing your most recent content, but I know that you were in the faith-based segment too. And so like it's like stacking whammy upon whammy as far as not being able to sell anything, at least perceptually. So what are some of the things that you've done to maybe overcome that reluctance to selling and being sold to within the faith-based female mom audience?
I don't think I ever had to overcome anything because I've always been doing it. So, I've been using affiliate since 2009 and sharing my favorite products since 2009. Certainly, if you would go back and look 2012, 2013, 2014, I was blogging more like, look, we went to the zoo this weekend type content. And now my content is much more strategic. If you go to the Mom Career today, we just killed it on Prime Day and it is nothing but deals. That is not the norm. There's usually some other content mixed in there. But I'm not having to blog as regularly because I'm using social media and those types of things. But I think that it's just creating good content. And so when you're creating good content and then occasionally you're sharing great offers or great products, and then your audience buys from you, when they buy from you, and this, you talk about this all the time, and they get a great product or service, they then trust you more.
Mhm.
And so then they are more willing to buy from you again. And then it just snowballs and snowballs and snowballs. And so coming off of Prime Day, where I literally haven't even dove deep into the data yet, but what I do know is that I had thousands of more people buy from me on Prime Day this year than last year. And I think what I've done differently in this past year is I've really informed my audience about affiliate links. I think a lot of influencers aren't transparent about affiliate links and what they do, and how, yes, you might be supporting big businesses when you're buying products from wherever, Target, Amazon, whoever you're buying from, but affiliates give commissions to those small businesses that you are reading online.
Mm-hmm.
And my audience has come like really around that and loved that idea. And they're like, I want a link for this. You talked about this. I want to support you. I want to do that. And I think that is what really made a huge difference, along with, of course, some other strategy things that I did. But I think just that understanding of being authentic and honest with your audience has served me really well. And there's a lot of influencers who aren't disclosing affiliate links, which I have a real problem with. But I think that disclosure is so important, the law, and doing so has not hurt my business at all. And I think that's maybe why some
Yeah.
people choose not to.
Well, it's not only the law, so you want to be legal, it's also ethical. I think we would agree on that. But I think one of the ways I've
Yeah.
seen you do this, this goes back, 4 or 5 years. You do it in a way that actually I think helps your sales. I actually think, because especially your audience, and I think it's true of any audience, there are people in your audience who look at the fact and they go, wait, Jessica's going to make, they're not stupid. They can figure out that if the product's $10 and, it sells at Target or Amazon, I mean, people aren't dumb. They know you're making less than 50 cents. They know you're not making $20 on this sale. And they go, wow, this is a way for me to make Jessica 50 cents. That's about what I would pay per day to get this content if she charged for it. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy this thing through her link. And I actually think if you do it right, it actually benefits your sales. And that's like we talk about that all the time. Like when you do your disclosure, don't do the clinical disclosure where it's like, according to FTC rule 14-B,
Right.
blah, 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 blah. Like put something fun in there, like, hey, I'm going to get a commission. Granted, I'm probably not going to retire to Tahiti anytime soon, but hey, like me, I can get away with it because I say, yeah, this link is an affiliate link. What do you expect? I teach affiliate marketing. Like seriously?
Right.
So I can do it a little bit different, but no, I just love that. And I think that's super important. A couple questions here. Rose, yes, there will be a replay. It'll be right here as soon as this is over. Stick around live if you got like a good question for Jessica. That way I can ask it for. It was Connie that asked, and you sort of touched on this, but hey Jessica, how do you pick products to promote? I'd actually like to hear your thought process in that, because we have a certain way that we teach, but this is something that I know you go really deep into this in affiliate marketing for influencers, your new course, but maybe give us like a high level overview of that for you.
Right. Well, one thing that is, of course, really important to me is how much money am I going to make? What is the commission on it? I generally prefer bounty commissions to percentage-based commissions. They add up faster. Generally speaking, they're more lucrative. I don't know why. Maybe you know why, Matt. But so a bounty being like a flat rate. So I'm going to get $20 for every person that signs up for this versus a percentage where I'm going to get a 10% commission on every purchase. I would much rather have a flat rate bounty. I make way more money on bounties than I do on commission, percentage-based commissions. So I really look for that. If it is what the average cart rate is going to be, is it going to be worth it? For instance, I started out blogging a lot about scrapbooking and memory keeping, and I was so excited to promote Shutterfly and to promote Walgreens photo developing. Well, let me tell you, you do not make a lot of money when it's 100 photos for 99 cents shipped. You just don't, right? And so I was excited to be making something because I was talking about it anyway, but that is not where I can, pay my mortgage. So I look for high commissions. I look for if it's something that I'm going to use and like. I get lots of pitches for products that I would never use, that I would never buy myself. I also consider if I'm promoting something else that's similar. So like I can only promote so many subscription boxes for kids. So I have to be really cognizant of, okay, I can't talk about a different book box every single month and expect my audience to do this one and this one and this one. So I'm also thoughtful about what is kind of the bandwidth for myself and for my audience to bear in terms of what the product is.
I love that. In fact, it's funny you'd mentioned subscription boxes. I forget what the Oh my gosh, you promoted it. Our daughter was probably 2, maybe 3. Oh my goodness, it was something about um shoot, I cannot remember what it was, and we had it for her for a couple of years, and she still remembers some of the stuff from it. It was like something about the world. I don't remember,
Like
and
maybe Atlas codes, or I don't know.
I'd have to, if I saw it, I would be
Little
like, yes, that's
passport,
the one.
maybe.
Yes, yes, little passports, I think is what it was,
Uh-huh.
and she still remembers some of the stuff from that, and that was
Sure.
actually, I think it was because I shared your site with my wife, and she was like, "Ooh, we should get this for Araceli." And I mean, it was a post that you'd written like
Uh-huh.
9 months before or something. That's the cool thing about
Sure.
like this stuff is I mean, it was easily 6 months old at least, this post. But when you have new people come through your site and they do what new people do. It's like not the very first day, but like they've been in your audience for like a week or two. They've consumed some of your new stuff, maybe the thing that their friend sent them to. And then what do? We see this on the podcast. It's why I'm on episode 370 something of my podcast. Episode 2 still gets 100 downloads a week. Like that was like 3 years ago, three
Wow.
and a half years ago. Why? Because people are going back and listening to it. And so there's a lesson there when you create
Mhm.
this content. A lot of it is
Sure.
evergreen. Even though I think what you were promoting was a deal and that deal wasn't available, we still went through your link and you made,
Mhm.
$1.54 or whatever, on that. So I also love that you
Well, I
mentioned,
probably made a lot more because subscription boxes are usually bounties. So I
okay,
probably made $20. So thank you very much.
welcome. I also love that you mentioned that the first thing you look at is the money, because newsflash, Jessica's running a business. What's the lifeblood of a
Right.
business? Money. And if commissions, especially at that time, going back to 2009, 2010, affiliate commissions were nearly 100% of your business. So $20 versus
Right.
$1.54, you think, well, on one thing, that's not that big of a deal. But if 100 people do it, that's the difference between, I'm terrible at this, $20,000, whatever, $2,000, and a lot less. We'll just go with that. So that's huge. Again, guys, it's a business. You're running a business. That's okay. Please just know that's okay. Quick question from Tim, and then I want to talk about affiliate marketing for influencers, this new course you have. Actually, so 2 more questions here. I would like to know more about how she used her journey to help grow her audience. Maybe just to expand on what you talked about. Any tips for somebody who's got kind of a lifestyle platform? Their platform is their life, like it's very much been for you. Any tips for people in that position?
I think when your platform is your life, that doesn't mean that there still can't be parts of your life that are private.
Mm,
So it's still just one moment in one day. I'll do a photo shoot and have 10 photos to use for 10 different pieces of content that I did all in one afternoon. And so I think that there is a way, and you've got to determine this for yourself, to allow people to enter into your story while still being boundaried in that, and being not only just okay with those boundaries, but being really healthy about them and being firm about them, because it's weird when your life is also your business. And so as my platform has grown, I have really kind of brought that in even closer and been even more tight-fisted with that. And I think that that is really important and wise, that you can still be authentic while still having privacy and boundaries with your content. And then related to growing your platform, I'm lucky in that I started so early. And so a lot of it happened organically, from people sharing and doing different things. I think going to blogging conferences has been a really positive part of my journey in terms of networking, and then developing collaborations and doing, shares and that sort of thing with other influencers, specifically to Instagram, which is kind of the queen bee right now in terms
yeah.
of growing on Instagram. I have found it helpful to periodically, not often, and again, not in a spammy way, but doing giveaways for my audience as a way to get them excited, but also engage with some new people. I've got one today that I'm doing after kind of post Amazon Prime Day. I wanted to say thank you to all of my followers and, giving away a couple of gift cards, but those types of things have also been really helpful. I think engaging in comments is always important. Engaging in other people's comments gives you
Mm,
visibility as well. I actually have the little check mark on Instagram, the little blue check. And I do think that that sometimes helps me gain visibility in other people's comments.
Sure.
Instagram, I think, gives priority to that little check mark for some reason. But just being authentic and engaging will naturally bring you followers. And then don't be afraid to ask people to share your content as well.
Mm.
I have different points, said, hey, send this to your friends, tell a friend about this, that sort of thing. And it's amazing how many people actually do that. Because again, if you're giving them great content, they're going to want to tell their friends about it.
Yeah, that's so powerful. And you've been, there's a lot of, you mentioned the word transparency. Or authenticity, I think is what you said. There's been a lot of transparency. You haven't just shared the good. You shared some of the, stuff that like because I'm just a very, very, very private person. Like for me, it takes effort, like to post something on Facebook stories or on stories that's like even like good stuff like my kid rode his bike today, like that's I don't think that way. It's just not the way my brain works, right? Like my private life is my private life. Well, I realize, we blur the lines, with this business, and people do give a crap. Actually, that's the funny thing. I'm like, why does anybody care? But they do. And so some of the like the level guys, go check out her website. You seriously should. Themomcreative.com. Go to, I'm pretty sure it's the about page. um Maybe you've
Mm-hmm.
updated. You could probably tell me on the about page. I think you've got like a list of your like top 5 or 10 blog posts, and
Sure.
check out the very
Mm-hmm.
first one. If I'll have to go see real quick if it's still the same. It is like the most
I'm
trans.
nervous. I feel like I probably need to
Yeah.
update my about page.
Okay. Yep. It is the. I'm not even going to say just. It says here are some of my favorite and most popular blog posts. Okay. Number one, and oh, it's not on there anymore. Okay, I'll have to see if I can go find it. Just check out the first one. You'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. It is. Oh, and then I think it's so the one that's it's okay to work outside the home. Like you guys just have to check this out. Like it's like this is the type of stuff she's posting. Yeah, the 10 tips for shopping at Target clearance.
I mean, I posted a video of me crying in the carpool line this week on Instagram. My Instagram's Jessica N. Turner, and I dropped off my kindergarten to school and I couldn't go in with him. His first day of kindergarten in person school,
Oh,
I couldn't walk him into school because of COVID. And I pulled up my phone to say, Ezra, just, and I just started crying. And I got hundreds of direct messages from other moms who had been there and they experienced the same thing with their kiddos going to school. And I think that authenticity is important when you're a lifestyle influencer. I think you don't just want to show people don't just want to see the good, like they don't. That gets old after a while. And so I don't have the like prettiest, like perfect filtered Instagram feed, but you get Jessica every day. You're gonna get a little piece of me, and I think people really appreciate that.
that's awesome. And again, you're going to attract the cool thing about a lifestyle brand is you're going to attract the type of people that are drawn to you, and you're going to repel people who aren't. Like it kind of does the work for you. And it's, I know Crystal Payne, I know as a friend of yours, like we talked this like 3 or 4 years ago, and she went through a rough little patch where just people were saying some really nasty things about her online. And, I just remember like telling her like, hey, well, the good news, and I know this is easy for me to say because I'm not the one getting nasty stuff said about me. The good news is they're not going to be in your audience. Like that's the good news. Like they just get kicked out. Like they're going to, unless they're just one of those people who has nothing better to do with their time and they live with their mom in their basement, and they troll people all day. So, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so I want to talk about. Oh, I actually have one more question from Maria, real quick, before we jump into affiliate marketers, affiliate marketing for influencers. Because guys, you got to check this out. And also, we got something really cool coming in Affiliate Insider Monthly that I want to tell you about with Jessica. Something we've never done before that is going to be just like absolutely amazing. So Maria asked. I'm going to kind of paraphrase her question. When affiliate managers reach out to you, what are you looking for when they reach out to you to ask you to possibly promote something?
Yes, and I get hundreds of those emails a week. And I think some of the things that really stand out to me is if they've actually looked at my platform.
Yeah.
So for instance, I got an affiliate email just a little bit ago, and it was actually one that I had applied to. So it wasn't totally
Okay.
cold. I had applied, and they replied and said, we accepted you into our program. We also took a look at your profile and see that you really make a lot of sense. And I do really make a lot of sense for this brand. And they said, because of that, we want to put you in kind of like our top tier where you're going to get additional bonuses, you're going to get samples, you're going to get preview products. Like, they really took the time to see what I'm already doing and kind of sold themselves a little bit.
Nice.
So that really is meaningful to me. I also hate a crummy commission rate. Like, if you've got a 3 or 4% commission rate, I generally will just hit delete right off the bat. Because I just know that it isn't going to be worth my time. And for me as a lifestyle influencer, I also benchmark all my affiliate content against what a sponsored post rate would be.
Mm-hmm.
So if I know that I would get $1,000 for a brand post, then I need to be able to make at least $1,000 in affiliate commission if I post about that product. If I'm going to do dedicated content, which is what managers typically want from you. Now, sometimes I'm going to join a program because I just want to be able to throw that link up if someone asks me, hey, where do you get your dog bed? That I've got like the specific link for it or something like that. But for full campaigns with email blasts and content, I want to be sure that it is going to be worth my time to do that.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a good example what you said there. It's like, if you reach out to me and you say, hi, I was visiting your blog, mattmcwilliams.com. Like, I know my own domain name, people.
Delete. Or if they say like the creative mom instead of the mom creative.
Yeah. Now, if you say, hey, I was listening to your podcast with Jessica Turner, then I'm like, okay, you might not have been, you might be lying, but at least you got past the filter, of right. I don't know, kind of the, for lack of a better term, the BS filter. Like, you weren't even on mattmcwilliams.com. What are you talking about? Like, and I believe you would be a good fit for our, no, it's like,
right.
We literally sell templates for how to recruit affiliates. Maria, you may have some. And I even say in the tutorial on how to use the templates, like, these are a guide, follow the principles, but don't copy and paste them because they might not make sense for the particular affiliate that you're reaching out to. And so, yeah, love that. So Maria, great question and great answer, Jessica. Okay. So 2 things as we wrap up here. Again, you've got kids, got a puppy. We have a really cool thing coming up for Black Friday inside of Affiliate Insider Monthly. Guys, I just want to tell you about this real quick. Jessica is helping us put together a guide for you guys to make sure you can rock Black Friday. And the cool thing is, like, what you're going to learn for Black Friday, it applies to Cyber Monday. It applies to the last day for shipping before Christmas. It applies for when you're promoting President's Day sale and July 4th sale and St. Patrick's Day sale. I don't know if they have those, but anyway, it applies for all of those, but it's really focused on Black Friday. So if you want to get into Affiliate Insider Monthly, and if we've got any insiders on here, let us know in the chat. Just type the word, it's all one word, AIM trial. Or actually, Robbie put it up on the screen, so it could be 2 words. I think it works either way. It's like magic, right? If you type in AIM trial for Affiliate Insider Monthly trial, then you can get into AIM for just $1, like literally 50 cents a month for the next 2 months. So $1 for 2 months, you can get into AIM. Just type that in. We'll send you a link. We'll DM you a link here on Facebook, and you can get in to AIM, and that you'll get that report. So basically, you're going to pay $1 to get this report that most people are paying $47 a month for. So make sure you do that and get into AIM, because now is the time to do it so you can rock Black Friday. So awesome. I don't know. Let me know how you pronounce it. Tamara. Always like to know how to pronounce names so that I can forget and mispronounce it next time. So yeah, let me know, Tamara, how you pronounce that name. But awesome. You'll get in AIM trial there. Connie and Eric and Neil as well. Awesome, guys. So speaking of awesome content, Jessica, you mentioned earlier, and I mean, I know this because I've been around you for, about 8 or 9 years now. I can't believe it took you this long to start teaching this stuff. That's my one criticism. Well,
it just took me that long for teaching it. I've been teaching at conferences since 2013, but it took me this long to get it online so anyone could experience my teaching. So
okay,
semantics, a little bit.
So that's really cool, because now you have 7 years of practice teaching this. That's really cool actually, because you've been honing the message, you've been crafting. You've taught some stuff, and it may have not worked in 2014, and 2015 you got to fix it. It's just really awesome. So you have a new course called Affiliate Marketing for Influencers, and it's really specifically for people like you who are the lifestyle influencers. They're not full-time affiliate marketers. They're the lifestyle influencers who want to use affiliate marketing, especially right now. I think it's the hottest time ever. I read a report the other day that it's up 18% year over year. How many other industries
Yeah.
outside of food delivery, you know, are up 18% 2020 to 2019? Not very many. It's definitely less than a handful. It's up 18% this year. It's going to continue to rise in 2021. Now's the time to get in. So tell us a little bit about this course, guys, and then I'll tell you how you can get in on this.
Yeah, I mean, Matt, you did a great job of setting it up. Affiliate Marketing for Influencers is a course geared toward influencers who are looking to really increase their income vertical using affiliate links. I go through everything from what to do to stand out with an affiliate manager, how to pick the right programs, tons of case studies in terms of how I've created campaigns, how I've done just simple promotions on social media, on my email list, on my blog to generate tens of thousands of dollars. And this is something that people are really going to be able to apply to their businesses no matter what vertical they're in, whether they are a home lifestyle influencer or they're in kind of the mommy blog space, or they're doing DIY. Like, affiliate marketing is something that fits all different niches, and
Yeah.
I really dive into how to do this well, how to look at your data so that then you can replicate it and increase that revenue month over month, year over year. And I'm just so excited that this tool is finally out there, because I do really think that a course like this could really transform an influencer's business.
Absolutely. And it could be 40% of someone's revenue when they need that 40% right now. That's the coolest part. So, guys, the easiest way to learn more about the course, you've learned so much from Jessica today. I've actually taken some really cool notes. I'm not going to share quite yet. There's something I'm gonna try out, and I'll let people know how it works for me. There's something I got from you earlier that I'm definitely gonna start trying out. Type the word influencer. Just type the word influencer in the chat, and we'll send you a link so you can learn more about Jessica's course. If you're watching and you're like, well, I don't know, I need to maybe learn a little bit more from Jessica. Well, then do like Tamara and Eric, Connie, Neil, Rose, and a few others that have just scrolled down and I don't see now. Neil did type AIM trial. You'll get into AIM, Affiliate Insider Monthly. You'll get to consume some of her content. And I can tell you right now, after you consume this information about Black Friday that she put together, you're gonna just be like, yeah, I gotta learn more from her. Again, she's been honing this message for
And we've got a
7 years now.
60-day money back guarantee.
It's got a what?
Sorry, I spoke over you.
No,
I
go
said
ahead.
there's a 60-day money back guarantee as well. So, you're good. Like, take the course, spend the 4 hours, and decide for yourself if this is something that you are going to be able to apply to your business or not. I think people will. We've also got a Facebook community as well, where I'm in there every single day sharing different promotions. I shared one for Prime Day that had just a massive commission. There are influencers in there who've made more than they made on Amazon all year in 2 days doing this particular promotion with this partner. So that information is just so invaluable. I mean, you're going to make your money back so quickly with this course.
And I know you need to go, and so do I, Jessica, but I just want to wrap up with this. I know many people might be thinking, okay, wait, Matt, you have an affiliate marketing course. We have no product. I am drinking out of that mug today. So product plug there. Why on earth would you promote Jessica? Well, let me just share the reason here. Number one, my first priority is to serve you guys. And it does not offend me if maybe there's something that I'm not touching on that Jessica does. Secondly, she's coming from a different perspective. Like we said earlier, dude, female, different, styles. Jessica has, I will say this, has a completely different platform than me. Again, it's a lifestyle influencer platform. That's not my platform. It is a struggle for me to put up anything on social media about any part of my life other than the business. That's just very different, right? So you're going to be learning different things from her. And it's not a, I always say affiliate marketing is not an either or world, it's a both and world. And so that's why I highly endorse this course. I highly endorse Jessica, and I'm super excited for you guys to get in on this. So I see you typing influencer. That's awesome. Guys, go check it out. Go check out Jessica's blog if you're interested in learning all of her stuff and just following her, because you should just follow her. Like, it's good to study her. And with that, Jessica, any last words as we wrap up? And I'll let you go to the kids, and I'll hopefully Weston hasn't peed on the floor yet.
No, I just so appreciate your words. I really am a big believer in that rising tides lift all boats, and that there is space at the table for all of us. And I do think that to improve your craft, getting teaching from different teachers and different voices is really important. I've learned so much from you, Matt, even though you are in a really different space. And I agree with you. I think that I can bring something a little different, a little different way of teaching, different examples. And I really believe that with any course, if you get just one or two things,
Yeah,
it can really turn things on their head for you and totally blow you away. One of the women who attended one of my conference sessions started applying what I taught her, and then joined my private beta Facebook group. And she increased her revenue by double this year just by applying these principles. And so that kind of thing is so rewarding. And I think I'm one of the only women in this space teaching on affiliates and in the influencer space. And so that's exciting for me as well. And I'm excited for your community to check it out.
Well, you said it there, guys. Anything you do, if you came today and you got one thing, like I got one big thing. I've known Jessica for 9 years. I just kind of came into this thing. I'm not going to learn anything from interviewing her today. You know, what are the odds, right? And I got one thing. That one thing, I don't know, it could be worth $100. It could also be worth 100,000 if you take that thing, that one thing, and just run with it. So I highly encourage you to check out our course, get in it, get in AIM so you can get that Black Friday deal stuff as well. And Jessica, thanks so much for being with us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having
We'll
me.
see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.